Colorado AD Rick George throws out some scheduling bait for Nebraska. And I guess the question is, will Troy Dannon and the leadership of Nebraska take the bait? Will they try to relaunch another version of this Nebraska-Colorado series, which was wildly popular in 2019 and 2018, and then obviously the last couple of years here in 2025 and 2024, 23 and 4, excuse me.
So what you're talking about is Rick George said that he'd be happy to play Nebraska every year, but he understands it takes two to tango, and he didn't say this. This is me talking. Colorado would benefit much more from this arrangement than Nebraska. Am I wrong?
Wrong? I mean, I think their television partner, number one in the Big 12, would benefit greatly by getting Nebraska as part of the Big 12 package to play in Bowler. Colorado would benefit by the price they could sell the tickets for. I mean, I can remember in 2019 when that stadium was 65% Nebraska fans. Mm-hmm. That's not an exaggeration. Mm-hmm. Bill Moose went up to Rick George and said, he's like, well, you can thank us because we just paid for all of your secondary sports with this one football game. Like Moose was giving him a hard time how many Nebraska people went there. So yeah, it would be good. I think though in this 9-game conference schedule era, it's really hard to do. Now wait a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is not going to happen. But like, let's say they said, all right, SEC is going to stay at 8, Big 10 is going to go back to 8. Then all of a sudden, could you do a Colorado series annually? Maybe. But that's not happening.
But so with the Big 10 at 9 conference games, is that why you're hesitant? Is that why you're hesitant? Because of what Rule said? Rule said, by the way, on a podcast, I don't know when, this months ago, but he said, why in the world, this is Matt Rule, why in the world would a Big 10 team who's already playing 9 conference games, why would you ever play one of those types of games, this type of game, a marquee non-conference game against a Power 4 opponent?
Yeah, I think.
Do you understand?
Especially in the playoff era and not knowing the metrics and how things are going to be lined up. But I think for Nebraska, they are still playing games like that. They have Oklahoma State. They have Arizona on the schedule.
Down the
line, Cincinnati. But yeah, I think what George is hinting at is like he'd like, how Iowa plays Iowa State every year, make Colorado Nebraska's Iowa State.
Absolutely. Now, where I come down on it is I'd like to see it. I think you can do it if you're Nebraska. Now, it means that's it as far as power conference teams go. You're playing Colorado every year because you don't want to put a second one on there, right?
But you can also argue.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, you can't. But now with the new additions from the Pac-12, like Oregon, USC, UCLA, Washington, that is almost like a non-conference game when you start playing those games. I mean, in terms of like for the fans, like you don't have.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
like you've almost added like a group of new teams.
Oh God, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
It's like you get like the benefit of like a non-conference feel because you don't play those teams every year.
Oh, that's a good point. So didn't you just sort of argue in favor of doing it?
I wouldn't be opposed. So could you just, now they have an Oklahoma series scheduled for down the road, but could you just punt everything after that series and say, hey, we're going to do Colorado every year or plug them in? I don't know.
I'd say every year is what I'd like to see. I know that it's not perfect. Okay, so why? Why Sipple? Why do you want to do this? Here's why. Because it adds so much oomph every year to the season. Every season you get this. Oh, God, what's Colorado got? Because you have covered these games, and there is nothing close to it right now as far as
Iowa.
Yeah, I was getting there. I was not there, though. I was not there. Nothing compares to the vitriol, the emotion, the raw energy that Colorado brings, and that would be every single year, and it would get hot. It's hot when they've just done it intermittently. Think about every year how hot it would be.
I just don't know if Troy Dannon could make that kind of, I mean, you wouldn't do a lifetime deal, but you would say, okay, we're going to do
10 years.
Let's schedule 6 games over 10 years.
I'm saying every year.
They've never done that, though, ever.
I know they have.
And until you get some idea about the playoff, about what the SEC is going to do. And what if the SEC and the Big Ten, and it's big if, agree to a scheduling alliance?
Right. It's a big if. But no, you're right. I think the rational answer is what you just gave. If you're now I'm Sipple, I'm a sitting sports writer. I can be a little more brash and out of control and irresponsible. If I'm Dannon, and I should ask him, I don't know why I haven't asked him this question. Would you consider putting Colorado on the schedule every year? I've been wanting to ask him that question. I think I'd give the answer that you just gave. Until we see how this is all going to play out, I don't think we can do it.
Well, I can tell you so Dave Pilati, the longtime former sports information director of CU, been involved with the program since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He was in charge of scheduling.
Okay.
And I interviewed him for my book 2 years ago.
2 summers ago?
And he told me at that time that they had, this is when Trev was still the AD though, that they had something in the works to announce another 2 more years in the 30s. Like, I forget what years it was going to be, but Nebraska and Colorado were going to play, another series in the 30s.
Okay.
But that's never been, I think that was all put on pause
because of
change of leadership, change of football coaches. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I do think that they're close to getting something done at one point to at least extend it.
Mm-hmm. So if you put Colorado on the schedule every year, the other 2 non-conference games, that would be the Bowling Greens, the Northern Iowa's, that type of team. But anyway, it's worthy of discussion that the AD for Colorado threw it out there.
Well, they make more money probably on that game than any game.
Well, now, and even now with the way they're playing, coming off a 9-win, don't they?
Yeah, I think
they draw for other games now.
No, but the fan demand from traveling fans is greater for the Nebraska game for them than any game.
100.
Like,
there's no doubt about that.
Maybe BYU, but BYU didn't come to Boulder last year,
right?
Like maybe I'm just thinking of other teams in the Big 12 that would travel. Kansas State and Iowa State travel, but not like Nebraska.
No, and the other thing, Sean, it's not like Colorado. I mean, Colorado's done well against Nebraska of late. I get it. I mean,
3 or 4 they took.
They've won 3 or 4, but they're not like they don't put the fear of God in you as a program. Maybe they get to that under prime time, but not right now. They don't. They're picked 12th in the Big 12. So I mean, there's different. They picked in different spots, but it's usually below 9 if you look across the board. So it's not like you're playing this force of nature. You're playing a team that's pretty manageable usually, right? Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a game on paper where Nebraska is going to be the favorite 9 out of 10 times. I mean, I don't really ever see it where Nebraska is going to be a big underdog to Colorado,
right? With
where college football's at right now.
There you go.
I think there was a time where Colorado was a top 10 team,
right?
Top 5 team.
They won it all in 1990. They went through that stretch from Sean. You surely remember 1989 to 91. Colorado was 2-0-1 against Nebraska. They won the national title in 2090. That was a great stretch, that little 3-year period for Colorado, 1989, 90, and 91.
Well, the 94 team was their best team they've ever had.
Was it?
Well, Cordell Stewart, Rashawn Salam, Michael Westbrook, they went on the road and they beat Michigan in the Big House.
What happened to them?
They got beat by Nebraska. I mean, but they still, I mean, that is still their best team they've ever had. I mean, you look at the
1990 national champion team.
No, the 94 team was more talented.
Okay.
I mean, that's their, I mean, they just ran into Nebraska on the wrong day. I mean, they were probably every bit as talented, if not more talented than Nebraska.
Yeah, it's all flooding back to me now. That was that. It was an 11 a.m. kickoff over at Memorial
ABC
Stadium.
game. Yeah,
yeah, it was monster. I mean, I can remember being there now. That was Behringer, right?
Okay, listen to this 94 Colorado team. We're way off track here, I know, but they beat Wisconsin, who was ranked 10th, 55-17. They beat Michigan, who was ranked 4th, 27-26 on the Hail Mary. They beat Texas at Texas, who was ranked 16th, 34-31. mean, that was their non-conference schedule. They had
Ooh.
they played 3
Ooh.
weeks in a row: Wisconsin, Michigan, Texas.
Wow.
They beat Oklahoma that year 45-7.
What was the Nebraska score?
24-7.
Yeah, but it was lopsided.
Then they went to the Fiesta Bowl and they beat Notre Dame. So that Colorado team in '94 beat Notre Dame, Wisconsin, and I believe, I don't know if the '94 Wisconsin team went to they weren't the Rose Bowl team, but that was a good Wisconsin team.
Nebraska fans watching are going to be tearing out their hair as they watch me struggle with that. Was that the Behringer stuff?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was there. I just can't. All those games start to run together in my head. That was a morning game, and it was louder than I can't even describe the energy of that crowd that day. If you go back and look on YouTube, it'll freak you out. I remember I was there. Nebraska jumped on.
College game day was there too.
Game day was there. Nebraska jumped on them, is what I remember.